What do I start with? Welcome. Oh, there's the camera right there.
The bunny rabbit.
When do I start?
Now.
Are we live? We are live. Okay. Really? We are live? Okay. Welcome, everybody. Glad to have you with us tonight. I didn't know we were live, but we are, so we're going to get started right now. I'm Dave Dillard here at Nashville Banjo Company with my good friend Katie.
Hi, y'all.
And we'll talk a little bit more about Katie in the moments to come. But glad you're here with me tonight.
Me too.
We're going to learn a really fun song, and looking forward to teaching you some fun things this evening and taking a look around the workshop. Got some interesting things to look at. So sit back and, well, get your banjo, but sit back and enjoy the evening. We're going to start things off with a fun song. This is called, all these titles I get confused. This is called
Home with the Girls in the Morning.
Home with the Girls in the Morning. Don't know the context of that, but it's a fun song. Maybe we'll teach this in a lesson to come up. So I'm close enough. All right, let's try it. 1, 2, 3. So much fun. So much fun. Well, Katie, thank you for being here.
Of course.
So,
I miss it.
most of these folks have not seen you since Clawhammer Christmas in early December. And things have changed since then.
Things have changed.
So, our viewership's getting ready to really drop. Like the bottom's going to drop out of our subscription viewers. But what's happened over the holidays?
Well, celebrated Christmas.
Yeah, some turkey, some
had
ham.
some turkey. Got married.
That's right. You're Katie Monroe now.
That's true. Katie Monroe.
Yes, and we have some pictures here on the screen from that wonderful day. So tell us about the lucky man.
Oh, gosh. Well, we've known each other since we were 8 and 9 and grew up playing music together out on the east side of Washington and figured out that we were more than just meet up every summer and play music friends.
Yeah.
Sort of like friends for a lifetime, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's amazing. He's an architect and a musician and the best guy there is.
So you married an architect and a musician.
Architect and a musician.
That's great.
I know, it is. Yeah.
That's great. Balance there.
Yeah. It's good balance.
Well, congratulations.
Thank
I know
you.
everybody's happy to hear this.
Thank
Though they'll
you.
probably quit watching the show now, but glad that happy for you.
Thank you. It's fun to have Monroe's last name now.
I know.
For lots of reasons, but I mean, not the least of which is
Popular bluegrass name.
is probably, and apparently he's related to the President Monroe way back, my husband, and then also Bill Monroe is. So
There's
he's
some
related in
there's
some
something-
fashion
there's
to Bill
something
Monroe.
there. Wow. Well, that's great to know.
That's
We're
why I
happy
married
for you.
him.
Congratulations. And you still live here in the neighborhood, so that's
I do.
good.
I'm just a short barefoot walk away.
Barefoot Walk Away. That's the song.
Barefoot walk away.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah,
a good
we'll make a song
title.
of that.
We'll have to do it.
Very good. Well, let's see. And we've played some music recently. The
Yes.
hamstring band. Our
Yes.
hamstring band played last weekend at a What was it?
A physician's retreat.
A physician's retreat. Not a soul listened to us the whole time.
But it was probably the best sound we've ever had.
The best food we ever had.
Yeah, we fed gourmet meal and had the best sound man.
Yeah.
No one was listening, but
No one listened. And we got paid, and that's unusual for our band to get paid. So we were very happy about the whole evening. It went great.
it did.
So looking forward to see if
Ideal.
we have another gig this year.
Another physician's retreat. If for all of your physician's retreat,
Yeah.
wood shop parking lot.
Yeah, I mean, it was the first time we played indoors. We've played parking lots, and we've played, well,
We
the
played at
hardware
the-
store was inside.
The hardware store was in the tent in the parking lot.
The general store was inside.
The general store. We'll play your hardware store.
The dry goods
Your general store.
We stood in the dry goods section. Now, I was next to the saltines, and that wasn't so bad.
I almost fell into the ice cream cooler
Yeah,
once or twice.
I know. You didn't have much room
For
back there. at the
more than
base.
one reason, you know.
It was a fun gig. So this one was inside. We got food. We got money. It was a good one. So invite us to your next gig. We're eager. We're very
You have a
eager.
store.
We're very eager. All right. Yeah, very good.
I guess I
glad.
don't probably need this anymore, huh?
No, you'll need a guitar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's probably good.
Have you seen this banjo?
No, tell me about it.
Well, I'm glad. You really want to know?
I do.
We don't practice this stuff, folks. We're
He did
just
not ask me to ask him about the banjo.
we're just rolling right into this, making it up as we go along. This is a pretty neat banjo, Katie. If you're interested.
I am very. Tell me everything.
The wood. Look how dark the wood is. This is made
Very
out of air-dried Nashville walnut from a tree right here in our neighborhood.
In your neighborhood?
Yeah.
Did you cut down my tree?
No, but
Oh.
it's a Creve Hall neighborhood black walnut tree,
That's neat.
and this is a neat banjo because if you look right in here, you can't really see it, but here on the inside, I put an ebony tone ring inside of it. So this banjo's got a little bit more pop than normal banjos, and it's got an ebony rim cap on it, and a goatskin head and a Dobson carved heel. And what's really neat about it is this inlay right here. It's got a brass and
Compass.
copper compass rose inlay on the scoop. This is called the scoop right here.
Beautiful.
So I made this for a show banjo, and I think I'm done showing it, and it's available now. If anybody,
And then you
Doesn't-
can show it off.
if you don't want to wait 12 years for one of my banjos, you could get this one right here. We'd ship it out tomorrow morning. But if you're interested, let me know.
Where did you? Do you have time to tell the story of how you got the wood from a neighbor tree?
Yes, turns out my pastor at my church
Yeah.
collects wood.
Oh.
And so he cut it down from another guy at our church, cut it out of his yard, and got it milled out and racked up and sitting on a rack. And it's been drying for like 15 years. And I was telling him I was having trouble finding walnut, and he said, "Come over to my house." And he had this there. So I got several pieces of it. I wish I'd gotten more of it.
That's so special.
Yeah, so
That's
it's really nice.
beautiful.
That's the last piece I had of it. Made
Ah.
this banjo with it. So Nashville Banjo.
Limited edition.
Limited edition. Very good. Well, thanks for being interested in that. That went really well. What are we gonna do now? We're gonna learn a song. That's why y'all tuned in tonight. You didn't tune in for a comedy hour. You tuned in to learn a song, and I need this banjo for it. We're gonna get in the key of G, which is it's not my favorite key for
I was
banjo,
about
but
to
I have been starting to enjoy it more.
That's great.
I've been playing more in G, and this tune is a fun tune. So a lot of you have been learning, come to some of the camps I've taught, or been some of the lessons that I've taught, or here online. So I'm gonna go over just a little bit the basics of how we do the stroke and the clawhammer sound and stuff. But let's get our banjos tuned up to G, and this is the standard bluegrass tuning. If you know anybody who plays bluegrass banjo, you heard this your whole life growing up. So we're going to be in that tuning right there, standard G tuning. And I think it's the first time that we've learned a tune in G. Can you remember?
So.
Yeah. All right. So we're going to tune up the first string. It's going to be a D. Where's my tuner? Here's a D. First string is going to be a D. Now remember, the first string is the string closest to your feet. Remember, feet first. So, yeah, feet. You didn't wear shoes?
I never do.
Well, at least you got on socks.
That's true.
All right. So first string,
Spare your nose.
first string at a D. The second string at a B. And to tune to these strings, you get under the note and pull up to it. So if you pull down to it or release down to it, it's going to drop out of tune on you. So sort of get under the note and pull up to it. And this B is sort of hard. I'll come back to this B and talk about how to get that just right. The third string is a G, which is the same as we've been doing double C's. The third string is a G, so a G. And then the fourth string, the big string, is going to be a low D, an octave lower than that high D. And then the short little fifth string is a high G like we've been doing. So you get this, a nice G chord, or up here, C chord, D chord,
Ooh.
D flat chord, B chord, E sharp chord. You can get all your chords just with one finger. But so we got the G chord right there, a nice open G. Now this B string is always problematic. It's hard to make it sound just right. A friend of mine who used to play with Grandpa Jones told me that Grandpa Jones on the Opry, he played banjo, and he used to say, I hate B strings and I hate Nazis. So that was his. Or maybe he said, I hate Nazis and I hate B strings. So that was his. You like that?
I want to put that on a t-shirt or something.
I hate B strings and I hate Nazis, yeah. So to get this
Those are good words to live by.
To get this B string to sound right, it's hard to match up with the third string and fourth fret. We've just lost Katie, folks. If you note this B string at the third fret, it makes a D, and you want that to sort of match up with the first string. So those are the two you want to sound right. So if some other things sound sort of wonky, they will. B strings just don't sound right.
They don't.
They don't.
They don't sound right.
They always sound a little bit wonky to you and your neighbor, but get it to match up with that second string, third fret matches the first string open, and you can get by with most folks doing that. So a nice open G tuning. A few technical things, how to hold the banjo. Put it in your laps best, and when we're playing clawhammer banjo, because the angle of our claw hand going up and down, you don't want the banjo down straight like this, because that puts your wrist at a really awkward angle. So go ahead and tilt that banjo up at a good 45 degrees or more, and it'll just sort of sit right there and stay there for the most part. And use your forearm of your claw hand to sort of hold that banjo in place and leave this hand free to move about the cabin and make some notes. So about the angle right there, our hand shape is nice and relaxed. So if you just held your hand out and just let it relax, like just natural shape, that's the shape you want it to be at for playing clawhammer. You don't want to do this, you don't want to claw it up or anything, just a nice relaxed shape, and translate that shape right back here to where the neck and the head meet, in this area of the scoop area, where these, you may not have a scoop on your banjo, but in this area right here where the head and the neck meet. So I do this often. I'll stop playing and I'll look, because I'll start getting tense and things won't feel right. Just bring your hand back out, nice and relaxed, and translate it back up, and that's your shape for playing. We strike the strings with the back of the first stringer, or maybe, stringer? Strike the strings with the back of the first finger, or maybe the back of the middle finger. And just come down, and what I want you to do is come down and brush across the strings and let the thumb land on the fifth string. The thumb's going to land on that fifth string and just sort of hang there. So we're going to come down, strum, and the thumb just landed right there and stayed on the fifth string. So let's do that a few times. And when I land on that fifth string, that's sort of my reference point for playing clawhammer banjo. That's how I know where my hand is. So land on the fifth tension. So just come in there, land on it. And we're going to do the same thing. Instead of strumming the strings, we're just going to target and try to hit the first string only. So I got the same stroke happening, but I'm hitting the first string. And I can adjust my spacing of my hand a little bit and come in and just hit the second string. Most times. Or the third string. That was the fourth. Third.
We're real good at counting.
Or fourth. Strum. So it looks like my thumb is sort of stopping and moving around, but it's just landing there. The hand is driving the motion. Now, sometimes when we come down, we're going to get a note out of that fifth string. So we're going to come down and strum it. And I've loaded up this fifth string here with some tension, and I'm just going to pull my thumb off back to the starting place. And hear that note that came out of it? Now, so that's a nice easy stroke. And we're going with this nice relaxed shape. Stroke, the thumb lands on the fifth, gets caught there, and pops a note when it comes off sometimes. So let's do this pattern here. We're going to go note, which is the first string, note, then a strum, then pop the fifth. Note, strum, five, note, strum, five. And you may remember, as we've done it lots of times, this is the basic pattern for playing clawhammer. This is the bum ditty. So it's note, strum, five, note, strum, five. So the note, my thumb is landing concurrently with the note. With the strum, my thumb lands concurrently with it, and then the thumb pops the note out. So it's note, strum, five, note, strum, five. So that thumb's going to land there every time. Don't be bouncing the thumb around. Don't be flicking the fingers. Don't be doing things. The fingers are just like glued onto the hand and are following it around. So just keep a nice relaxed shape. Let the fingers follow the hand. Let the thumb sort of find its own thing, but don't be wiggling any fingers or flicking any fingers individually or bouncing them around. And we'll be good to go there. So what we're going to do here is we're going to jump in and we're going to learn a song called Hunting the Buffalo. And it's a good tune.
It is a good tune.
Yeah. So, well, there we have a picture to go with
Oh,
Hunting the Buffalo.
it's always important to get a visual.
Yeah, so this has become one of my favorite songs played. In fact, my wife Robin and I, we play it almost every night. We'll get out the bass and the... We don't play Hunting Buffaloes every night. We don't dress up and run around the house with spears. But we do, we play the song to the joys of an empty nest. It's become one of our favorite songs to play in the evening, and it's fun for a G tune. This song has an interesting story behind it. Have you ever heard of Jimmy Driftwood?
No.
Have you heard the song Tennessee Stud?
Yeah.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Well, he wrote Tennessee Stud.
Okay.
He wrote Battle of New Orleans.
Oh.
1814,
yeah.
we took a little trip. Yeah,
None
so
of those songs.
Jimmy Driftwood wrote about 6,000 songs. Yeah.
That's a
So,
whole lot of
and he lived to
songs.
be about 90-something years old, died just before year 2000.
Wow.
6,000 songs. He was just a great folk musician, singer, songwriter. So one time a fellow named David Holt, you may have seen this TV show, David Holt went to Jimmy Driftwood's house, and Jimmy was saying, well, yeah, I've written 6,000 songs, and they're all in notebooks there up on a shelf. And he said, it's impossible. He said, just pick any one of them out. So he just grabbed a notebook at random, flipped to a page, and Jimmy looked at the words and started singing the song. It didn't have music, it just had the words to all these songs. So 6,000 tunes. And the Battle of New Orleans he wrote for, he was a school teacher, and his students kept getting the Battle of New Orleans and the Revolutionary War confused as far as dates. So he wrote this song, and they sang it in their school for like 12 years before Jimmy Horton ever recorded it and made a hit out of it. So it was just a teaching song.
That's
So
fun.
he wrote all these songs. So he played his grandfather's guitar. Here's a picture of him on one of his albums. But his grandfather built that guitar, and the neck was made from a fence rail post, and the sides were made from ox yoke,
Oh, wow.
and the head and back were made from his grandmother's headboard. And so
Oh, wow.
he played that his whole career, that guitar that his grandpa made.
That's amazing.
So this song, Hunting the Buffalo, Jimmy didn't write it, but his uncle Theodore was a fiddle player. Theodore was half Cherokee, and Jimmy said he learned this song from his uncle Theodore. And that's the first recording of it. It's really what brought the song to light. So thank you, Uncle Theodore, for this tune. And we're going to play it through a couple of times for you so you get it in your head. Then we're going to break it down and learn it bit by bit. It's a good tune. All right. Let me see where we're at right here. Yeah. Okay, let's get it. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready. let's break this down and learn it bit by bit here. What we're going to do is we're going to learn it by ear. So I do have some tabs that we're going to come back and look at shortly, but we're going to learn this song by ear to start with. And Katie,
Yeah.
whoops, can you grab that for me?
can.
Because I can't play it without the tab. Just kidding. Why do we like to learn songs by ear?
Why don't we? Or
Why
do
do we? Why do we?
So many reasons. I think one of them is that it helps you pick up other songs by ear when you're out playing with other people.
Yeah.
So if you can learn to learn a song by ear, then when you're out in a jam and you're playing with other people, you watch it pass around the circle a few times.
Mhm.
You listen to it and then say, okay, I'm ready to
You
take
catch
a lead
it.
now.
Yeah,
I'm ready to
yeah.
catch it.
And learning a song by tab is, whenever I've learned a song by tab and I put the tab away, I can't remember the song again. It's just too many computations have gone in the process. And tab is a little bit like learning the letters of the words that make sentences that make a conversation. But if you jump in and just learn it by ear, you're sort of learning the conversation right off the bat
Yeah.
and not learning the little letters along the way. So we're going to try to learn it by ear, but we'll come back to the tab because tab is good for working out trouble spots and reminding you of things, but it's not the best frontline learning tool.
Yeah.
So we're going to learn this one by ear, but we're going to learn a simple version, and then we're going to spice it up, sort of a fancier version, and the spices aren't hard, but they add a whole lot to it. So looking forward to that. Okay, so the A part of this song just starts with that little bum ditty pattern that we did, that note, strum 5, note, strum 5. We're in the G tuning here. So what we're going to do is we're going to note the 3rd string on the 4th fret. And we're going to play a note, strum 5, note, strum 5. So we're going to go note, strum 5, note, strum 5. So again, just get the 3rd string on the 4th fret, play that note, and then do a strum 5, play the note again. So that's a nice simple start of the song right there. Note, strum 5, note, strum 5. And then we've got 4 simple quarter notes. So the notes are 4th string, 4th fret, 4th string open, 1st string, 2nd fret, 1st string open. So this. Now watch when I'm playing those single notes, the thumb is landing on the, even though the thumb isn't being, I mean my thumb could stick out here and it's not going to change the way it sounds, but you want the thumb to land on that 5th string every time, even when you're just playing single notes. Because it gives you a point of reference so you know what's going on. So that together we have a note, strum 5, note, strum 5, note, note, high note. Let's do that again. And the next phrase of the song is very, very, very similar. It's the same, almost the same thing. Katie, could you hear what was different there?
Do, do, do.
So it's the same notes, just an octave lower. So the first phrase ended with, and the second phrase ends with, so high and low. So at the start we got
High,
note,
low.
strum 5, note, strum 5, note, note, high, note, strum 5, note, strum 5, note, note, low. Yeah. So when you're learning a song by ear, what we've done here is we've listened to this phrase. Obviously that's going to happen a whole bunch of times in the song. So we sort of lock into that phrase and that's our little handle. And then we're listening for things that change after that. So we hear this. That's going to happen several times. And then just a slight variation of it. So let's play that whole line right there together. 1, 2, ready, go. Now the next phrase is, and does that sound familiar?
Sure does.
It's just what we just did. It's the first phrase of the song. So these little phrases, little sentences that are painting a picture for us along the way. Yeah. All right, so let's try this again here. Let's play those 3 phrases. The note, strum 5 that ends high, the one that ends low, and then the one that ends high. Okay? 1, 2, ready, go. High one. Low one. High one. Now we obviously got to wrap this thing up right here. We got to get an ending to this song, or an ending to this part. So it's the way it sounds is. So let me break that down for you. So it starts with the 3rd string 4th fret, then the strum 5, then walk it down to the 3rd string 2nd fret, 3rd string open. So this little phrase. One more time. Then what we're going to go to is the E minor chord. And the E minor chord is just the 1st string 2nd fret and the 4th string 2nd fret. It's a really cool chord here. And we're going to do some note strum 5s on that off the 4th string. So I just make that chord shape, and I'm leaving that chord shape in place. The 1st string 2nd fret and the 4th string 2nd fret. And I'm just doing note strum 5s off the 4th string. So the little ending phrase together is. Let's circle that around a few times. Good. So this is, we've just learned the whole A part of the song. So let's take it from the start. We've got the, remember it starts with the note strum 5s, then the high, note strum 5s low, the note strum 5s back to the high, and then it does that tag out down to the E minor chord. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. High. Low. So now we're going to move on, and we're going to do the B part of the song, which is just means so we just learned the A part. Now the second part of the song we call the B part of the song.
For buffalo.
B for buffalo. Now this is a little bit tricky, not real tricky, but I use my pinky a lot, but I think my stretch here is bigger than most people's stretch that they got with their fingers.
Especially if you have a tiny pinky like I do.
Yeah, so I can reach a little further. So maybe you can't reach all this, but grab it the best you can here. What we're going to do is we're going to walk up and do a C chord, a little bit of a C chord with that. So it's the B part, the main phrase is this. We start on the 4th string 2nd fret, then the 4th string 4th fret, then we hit the 3rd string open. So just that. Let's play that a few times. So walk it up, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 3rd string open. And then we're going to do a strum 5 on this chord shape right here, which is part of a C chord. We're just going to do the 2nd string 1st fret and do a strum 5. And that strum, I'm not getting all the strings. The strum is really just the 3rd, 2nd, and 1st strings for the strum, the top 3 strings, if you will. So a strum 5. So we walk it up, strum 5. And this phrase will repeat quite a bit in the B part. So it happens one time, 2 times, 3 times, but the 3rd time it walks on up. So we got the low walk up, strum 5, low walk up, start walking it up again with 4 quarter notes, and then to the 3rd string 4th fret 2-note strum 5s. So let's play that through a few times. 1, 2, 3, go. And then that phrase repeats to wrap up the B part. It does this. And then we had the phrase that we learned in the first A part. We'll walk it down to the E minor. So that same, we just repeat that again. So the whole B part, let me piece it together. Let's loop the B part around a few times so you get it in your head. Listen to it and just try to play along with it and hang with it as best you can. And after a few times through, it'll start to iron out for you. So let's do the whole B part, nice and slow. 1, 2, ready, go. So that's a nice simple way to play Hunting the Buffalo. Now let's give it a little bit of spice, which isn't hard to do. I'm going to spice it up just a little bit. So we've been doing that at the
cinnamon,
some
cardamom.
Some what?
What did I say?
Is that the kind of pants you're wearing?
What?
Cardamom pants?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Spicing it up. So we've been doing this note, strum 5, note, strum 5 to start it off. So the only thing we're going to do that is we're going to put a slide into it, a nice quick slide. So we're going to slide from the 3rd string 2nd fret to the 3rd string 4th fret when we play this. So a nice, so a quick slide, not a slow slide. We're doing a quick slide. So it gives it a little bit of juice, a little bit of flavor there. So we're going to slide into it nice and quick. So when we do a slide, we strike the note in the 2nd fret, there, which is the space between those two wires right there. So we strike the note there, and we keep pressure down on the string, not real hard, but enough pressure to sort of keep the note going. And we slide into that 4th fret and still get the note out there. So it sounds like, so you hear both notes. You hear that note starting, you hear that note ending, but we're just striking it one time. So this little note strum 5, instead of being, will now be. So it gives it a little spice right there. So that's one change. And then after that little phrase we've been going, we're going to change that to a, when we strike that 4th string, we're going to do a pull off. And then we're going to do a strum 5. So the last two notes stay the same. So we got slide, strum 5, slide, strum 5, pull off, strum 5, note, note. Again, slide, strum 5, slide, strum 5, pull off on the 3rd string 4th fret. Then a nice open strum 5. Then 1st string 2nd fret, 1st string open. Same thing, but my last two notes were down low that time. So those two phrases together again. Slide, slide, pull off, slide, slide, pull off, low notes. Then we're going to go back and do the high one. Slide, slide, pull off, strum 5, note, note at the high ones. Then we're going to do the walk out, which we've been going. Wait, we're going to put the slide in there. And a pull off, instead of just playing the 3rd string 2nd fret and walking it down, we're going to pull off on the 3rd string 2nd fret. So Let's do that a few times. Slide, strum 5, pull off, strum 5, low. Again. Slide, pull off, strum 5, low. One more time. Slide, pull off, strum 5, low. So the whole A part with the spices will sound like this. 1, 2, ready, go. Slide, slide, pull off. Slide, slide, pull off. Slide, slide, pull off. Slide, pull off, low. And then the trickiest part of the song is spicing up the B part here. And then I do this with my pinky. I use my pinky a lot for this because I can stretch it out there pretty far. But you don't have to. We've been going note, 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 which is 4th string 2nd fret, 4th string 4th fret, and then the 3rd string open. What we're going to do instead of, we're going to go. So we've done 2 things there. We've put a pull off in and a hammer on. So I've played the 4th string 2nd fret, and then I'm going to do a pull off to the 4th string open, which means I've played the note, and then I'm just going to flick this finger here just a little bit and get the next note out. Pull off. You don't have to flick it real hard, but just enough to get a note. So you're doing the flicking with the fretting finger. So note the 4th string 2nd fret, flick it to get the pull off, and then I'm going to play the 4th string 2nd fret again, and then I'm going to do a hammer on to the 4th fret to get another note out. So a hammer on is we've played the one note and we drop a fretting finger down hard enough to get another note out of it. So pull off, hammer, pull off, hammer. So this hand right here is just striking 2 times. It's going, hits there. So 1. And gets that 2nd note. So together you get this little pattern. And we're going to end up on the 3rd string open. Pull off, hammer, 3rd. And then we go ahead and do this 2nd string 1st fret and do my strum 5. So the pattern here is. And then that ends with. So let's play this. Start the B part, see how far we can get making sense with it. Again. Let's do our ending. Again. Done this before. Let me ask, are there any questions out there? If you've got some questions, write them in to Miss Hannah. Let's see if I can answer those before we move on from this part. But what we're going to do right now is we're going to play it through 2 times, nice and slow. And the first time through, I'm going to do the simple version where we don't do any little tricks or spices. And the second time through, I'm going to put some spices in. I'm going to try to call out some of the hints along the way. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Good question here about the ring finger hammer-on. These two fingers right here, the pinky finger and the ring finger, are the weakest for me when I'm playing. So the only way I can get where I can really start nailing a hammer-on with the ring finger or with the pinky finger is just to do it. Like this song here, when I learned it, I had the hardest time with it. I had the hardest time getting a good hammer-on with the pinky finger. You just gotta do it over and over. And I would say it took, on this song, it took a good couple of hours to feel like I was getting that hammer on out of that pinky finger. And it's stronger now, and I start using it more for other things too.
Yeah.
So it doesn't come easy. If you slow the song down to the point that you can do it, you won't learn it. I found that you got to keep the song and the tempo and everything going, and just, if the pinky fails, it fails, but get the pinky to try to keep up with things. I don't slow it down to the point that it works. I just keep the tempo going, keep the rhythm going, and try to get the pinky to catch up with everything is the way I've done it. And it's also a pretty good stretch right there. When I play that, I go ahead and keep one finger on the second string first fret. So it's just right there, and the only thing I'm worried about is making sure that pinky's moving. But it takes a good bit of work to get that pinky to cooperate. And then as far as trying to pull the melody out good with your striking finger, that's really just a practice thing too. Part of what I'll do is I will, as I'm learning a song, I go, okay, what's the melody of the song? The melody of the song is really, all the other notes are just there to fill in around the corners and to make things interesting and to give it some context. But when you're playing, just try to, if you get the rhythm going where you can strike those key notes a little bit harder. So I'm just a little bit more deliberate with those key melody notes. But first you got to just go through and find out what is the melody, what are the key notes of the melody here, and just try to be more deliberate as you attack those particular notes. This is a good way to get the melody out good and strong. Fun melody on this song for sure. Let's look at what else we got going on. We're going to come back and take a look at that on tab just so you can see how it's laid out and show you how the slides and the pull-offs and the hammer-ons look on the tab, and it'll help you see a little pattern where's the A part, the B part, and the repeating phrases. So we'll come back and take a look at that tab in just a minute. Let's see. That was Hunting the Buffalo. Oh, it's time for my favorite part of the show.
What's on the workbench, Dave? Here comes Dave. Here comes Dave. Here comes Dave.
Come on, Katie. Very good. We'll have to plug this back in. Yeah, it is.
Uh-oh.
Here
comes Dave. Here comes Dave. Here comes Dave.
Come on over here. Very good. Come on, let me show you what we got going here. We have some interesting things on the workbench this week at Nashville Banjo Company. This right here. Feel how heavy that is. Yeah. Did anything look unusual about that?
It's purple.
It's purple.
I'm guessing that's unusual.
It's going to be a purple banjo, which is just an amazing thought in and of itself. Building this is a custom order for a fella. He wanted it. He picked out the wood for it. And this is Purple Heart. It's a wood from Central or South America. Hard as nails. It's taken forever to carve and cut this wood. And it's ruined every bit I've touched with it. But it's got a curly maple rim cap on it. And working on the neck now. I'll be done with that in about, about 27 or 28 years, Andrew, in case you're wondering. We're getting it done as soon as possible. The rim's done. If you want the rim now, you can pay half, and I'll send you the neck.
28 years.
28 years. That's coming along. Here,
That's so
have fun with that. Or you can set that.
I got it.
No, if that drops, I'll never build another one. Be right
With
back.
another
Okay.
28 years.
I won't be around that. This is a nice 12. That's a 13-inch rim. This is a nice 12-inch walnut rim. This can go with this band, and I'm real excited about this. It's
Look
for
at
my friend
that
Mike.
on the neck.
It's got some figured maple. So see that shimmy in there? It's got sort of the shimmy. So that's a beautiful piece of walnut there. And this inlay right here, I really like this.
Mm,
You like that?
I do.
But this is sort of unusual because if a star were between us and the moon, we'd be dead. So
That's true.
But it didn't look good with the star
It's a
behind
little less
the moon.
romantic to think about it that way, but
But yeah, so this is going to be a nice banjo putting it together. But you know what's going to make this banjo really pop? Is the brass hardware. And this right here, you'll set that over there on the shelf?
yeah.
This right here, when I build a banjo, I make a little box here, and I put the people's stuff in a box. I keep straight. So everybody wants different hardware in their banjo. They're custom made. This is going to be Mike's banjo here, and this is solid brass hardware. So these are called. What are these called?
Old-fashioned scuba diver hats. I always think
Your
they
little
look like,
scuba diver hats.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking
These
when
are
I
called
see 'em.
scuba diver hats. No, these are called the shoes. Yeah,
shoes?
Shoes. These are shoes.
Should be scuba diver hat.
Those are the shoes. These are called rim shoes. They're rim shoes. These are called the rim bolts. So these go through the rim and hook the shoes on like
That
this.
makes sense.
Yeah. And these are called the tension hooks. So it grabs the tension hoop and pulls it down to make the head tight.
Yeah.
And these are called the tension nuts. So these are what tighten on and pull the tension hooks down. So all this is brass hardware. There's some of the tailpiece and the dowel stick and the ferrule. So all this is the hardware, but it's shiny and it looks like a new banjo. And we want the banjo to look old, like it's old but nice.
Old but
So we're
nice.
going to antique the hardware. We're going to show you how to antique hardware today. So step over here and grab some stuff. We got two buckets of water over there.
Am I following you?
No, you're just getting them over
Okay.
here. You got to work.
Buckets of water.
Yeah,
These ones?
two pails of water.
Okay, I'm bringing them to you.
Bring them over here.
Okay.
Don't spill them.
Oops.
And then over there should be a colander and a big jug and a red cup.
Are you about to cook something? Cook some banjo hardware.
Yeah.
This cup
Yeah, bring that cup
and the colander.
and the colander and the jug. Yeah. All right, bring that over here.
I'm coming.
We'll set things up. All right, here we go. Got all this, got this right here. So I'm gonna show you how we antique hardware. So first I think we need to get some rubber gloves and glasses on.
Are you gonna wear rubber gloves and that?
Yeah, well I got glasses, but you need glasses.
That's true. I don't.
So safety first, you know. So
I made the kids wear science goggles by a pond today, so I'm all for safety goggles.
okay. And then first, what you got there?
She needs to sign this.
I need to sign that.
Yeah, you need to read and sign this real
All
quick.
right, it'll be in another 28 years. Oh boy.
The print gets a little small there towards the end. So release form, we need to be safety conscious around here, but the insurance people require us to look at that.
Oh my lord! Folks, would you look with me?
Just sign it. It's okay, really. Just sign it.
I trust you.
Okay. All right. Now, what we need to do is get that signed.
What's the date? 20th.
Yeah. Yeah. Good. Very
Okay,
good.
it's
All
all
right. So
signed.
you got all your
Alright.
safe there. You can file that with the insurance
Really
folks.
does, yeah.
Great.
All right. Now fill this cup up halfway with this. Right. It's just a mild solution of hydrochloric acid.
Nice. I love it.
Don't splash it.
Okay.
Half full.
Gotta
And
quit gasping,
Don't
Robin.
breathe. Don't breathe. All right. Then pour it in this bucket right here.
Wish that I would have read that fine print
All right. And put that in this
in
bucket.
this bucket.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Is it sizzling yet?
Burned a hole in the
All right,
table. Is
put
that
this over here.
what?
All right, now we're gonna put this hardware. Grab these hardwares. Grab everything except that tray. Grab all
I'm
this
glad you
stuff.
said that because I was about to plunk one of those in.
Don't put the tuners in there. So we're gonna take this brass hardware, which is nice and
it.
shiny. And we're gonna plunk them in here. Yes, gotta be that quick because it's gonna.
Okay, well I don't want to splash some acid on my hands.
No. All right.
It's
Come
not
on.
really mine.
Acid's not your thing.
You didn't sign a form. I did.
All right.
He's
these
gonna
right
sue
here.
you, Robin.
This right here. Okay. Now you need to really. It
Swish.
won't hurt you. Just
Swish them around.
Just keep them swishing around for a few minutes there. Okay. Oh, can you? Alright. Does it feel alright? It's not bothering you or anything. Okay, good. Keep swishing around. Okay. Can you run and go grab those paper towels up there over top of the sink real quick? I'll swish it.
Okay, you're swishing. Is it okay to drip this on the ground in here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna burn a hole in the
just go
concrete?
sort of, yeah, just go get the paper towels.
Oh, Lord. Where are they? Hi.
They're up there. All right, keep stirring it. I don't know if that worked or not.
You
Going
didn't
good?
need those paper towels, did you?
Is it starting to get dark yet?
Sorta.
Yep. Keep them stirring. You keep stirring. I'm gonna put some more acid in there.
Oh my Lord.
So this is hydrochloric acid. This is made by a company called Jack's, which makes
For all of your
for
household
all your
hydrochloric acid needs.
metal finishing needs. They can darken, blacken, turn copper red, turn copper blue.
Melt
Does all
the
types of
skin off
patinas.
your fingers.
Melt the skin off your fingers, everything. Yeah. All right, it's getting dark. Let's keep it going. Just a few more minutes. You can see that it's starting to get a little bit dark.
Ooh, I see that.
I'll speed things up a little bit more. But once it starts to fire off, it goes. There. Just squeeze it out. Oh,
Here's a question.
yeah.
Have you considered using a spoon instead of your fingers?
Yes, you could. I've only had to eat through the gloves a couple of times.
Oh my Lord!
Okay.
If I had nail polish, I'm about to not have it. Oh, it's turning the water dark.
Yeah. It's sort of giving it a little finish on them. So usually this water's warm when I do it. The water's cooled off. So if it's warm water, it goes a little quicker.
Have you ever considered having a banjo science show? Like Bill Nye the Science Guy. It's like, Dave Dillard the I'm not the
A banjo science show. That's to be my thing. I think. I mean, I love trig. You know the quadratic formula?
Yeah, I'm not going to repeat it right now. I'm
Alright.
off duty.
So it's getting dark now. So what we're gonna do is start fishing some pieces out, and we're gonna put them over here and just
In this bath?
the pieces that look more dark, we can put them over in that bath. So
Oh, turn my gloves back in.
you think it's dark enough yet?
I don't know. How dark do you want it?
Well, he said medium antiquing.
What do you think, folks? Is that medium antiquing?
Oh, let's give it just a second more. So do you write songs too?
I do.
How many thousand have you written?
Oh gosh, probably not 1,000, but probably a couple hundred.
Really?
Yeah,
A couple hundred songs?
I'd say so.
Do you write them all by yourself or with other folks?
Both. I am doing that, writing with others more and more these days. That's something that I don't think was part of the music culture in the Northwest that I found, co-writing.
Yeah.
But out here, everybody co-writes.
Yeah.
So fun. They're like, hey, come over for a co-write. Like, what is that? And I moved
Co-write.
here. And now,
Yeah.
it's so fun.
Oh, it's dark now.
Oh,
Let's
it's
put them in
like
here.
co-write. Co-write.
And you're gonna sing one of your songs for us here in a little bit, aren't you?
suppose.
Yeah. All right, so fish it all out and put it in there. It's done. I'll also antique the tension hoop and the tuners. I'm a little more careful with them. I don't dunk them in the.
How do you do it
acid.
then?
Well, I
You
have a
don't
little
dunk them
thing
in
and
the
I just like I dip them.
Do you send it through a time traveling machine?
I'm working on a time travel machine.
If anyone could do it, it would be Dave Dillard the Science.
Banjo science. If you write a song, I'll do a science show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm on it.
You're a good helper.
Well, thanks. I'll stick my hand in hydrochloric acid any day.
Yeah. Just. All right. So now what we do is this is. I borrowed this from the kitchen. Is that all right? Okay. So
No, it's not all
we
right.
put them in water. We're gonna put them here. Uh-oh. Clean up aisle 4. You might want to clean that up when we're going over to the sink now, okay? Bring this
All
to the
right.
sink. All right.
Don't.
I'm not moving.
I'm scared. I'm not wearing shoes. I'm
Don't
gonna
dip
step
that
on
on
this
your feet.
acid.
So set it right here. And what we do now is it's getting dark, but we're going to turn on hot water
Okay.
and we're going to sort of
Whoosh.
tumble it in that. And sort of it'll knock the crusty parts off and it'll make them look sort of bronzy. Just step around this way a little bit so Colin can see it. I usually count to 200 when I'm doing that, but we don't have that long tonight.
This is an ear pro. That's loud.
Sort of relaxing it.
I don't know if I'd call it that.
All right, let's cut the water off. Let's bring it back over here and let's see what we got. Nobody stepping in that.
Yeah, there's another big drip over there.
All right, let's clean this up. Now what we're going to do, you can wipe your hands on it.
Over there. Before someone's disgusting.
She's stepping in the acid.
You want some rubber things for your...
I'm all right.
Okay, there we go. Here's your colander back. Okay. And then we sort of pat it dry. Now look at this stuff. It's really, look at the difference between, say, here's what we started with, and here's what we got now. So we started with nice brass, raw brass, and we've made it look antiqued.
That's medium antique if I've ever
That's
seen
medium
something.
antique, and it'll look great on a banjo. So I would say 90% of every banjo I do, people want the hardware antiqued, and that's what we do with it. We get some stuff from the kitchen, we mix it up, throw a little acid in there. I've been using that for a long time, just so you know.
Thanks. Babe.
That's why
But I rinse it
dinner
out before I
tasted
bring it
a
back
little-
to the kitchen.
poisonous.
So that was our acid, and made some antique hardware, and we'll put that on his banjo tomorrow. It'll look good.
Tomorrow.
Well, gotta let it dry.
Okay.
See, the water gets inside those things, and you gotta get it dried out. There we go. Thank you for your help.
Of
Good job.
course. I thoroughly enjoyed
Does that
that.
scare you with the little bone hand?
I work with children.
Okay.
Not much scares me, if I'm honest. But it was a great effort.
Let's real quick. We're not gonna play through it, but I'm just gonna show you what the Hunting Buffalo song looks like on.
What? What?
Your glasses. You look like a minion.
I forgot I was wearing those.
That's good. Good. All right. Hunting the Buffalo on tab. Just so you know what it looks like. Let's pull this up on the screen here. This is the level 1, and you can see right here we just got the note, strum 5, note, strum 5. So just a little pattern there. The note, the high notes, the note, strum 5, and then down to the low notes. If you haven't used tab before, just know this first line here is the first string. This is the second string, third string, fourth string, and then the high G, bottom fifth string. And these tell us what fret we're fretting on that string. So here we've got third string, fourth fret. Here we've got the first string open, second string open, and the third string, fourth fret. And here we do the fifth string for the 5. So it's note, strum, 5, note, strum, 5. And I've got a little guide sheet I'll give you that shows more about how to read tab and what's going on with it. But this first line here is the A part of the song. It goes all the way from here to here. And this symbol right here tells us to repeat and go back to the start of the song. So we're going to play all the way across to here, all the way across to here. Then we're going to go back and repeat this first line and then play the second line. So that's the whole A part of the song. And looking here, we've got this phrase, happens 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and almost 4 times. It changes a little bit. Then we've got this note, note going up high, note, note going down low, note, note going up high. Then we've got our walk down to the E minor chord down here. And then the B part of the song, we've got this note, 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 strum 5. So we see this 1 time, 2 times, happens again right here, happens again right here. And then we've got this little pattern right here again that happens. And then we have our same ending. The ending of the A part and the ending of the B part are the same thing. Now taking a quick look over at the level 2, this symbol right here, this tells us we're sliding from 2nd to 4th fret. So slide, strum 5, slide, strum 5. Here we've got a pull off. The PO tells us we have a pull off from 3rd string, 4th fret to open. And then we've got the same thing again here. Slide, slide, pull off. Same pattern again. And here we have the slide, pull off, down to the E minor chord. And then here we've at the B part, we have the pull off on 4th string, 2nd fret to open, a hammer on from the 2nd string to 4th fret, and then the note strum 5. So this pattern happens 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. The ending is the same, and this walk down is the same. So a lot of repeat throughout the song. A lot of similarity, a lot of things happen over and over again in the song. And so just look for those patterns. Look for those patterns as you're learning a tune, and listen for those patterns. Don't really look for it. Listen for it as you're playing along with that recording. Just listen to those patterns and say, well, there it comes again. There it comes again. There it comes again. I recognize you, and I can play you. So you can sort of check those parts off and piece it together that way with those little phrases and sentences. Now, before we hear a song from you, we are going to
Contest?
we're going to have our contest. Oh, one thing before that. If you play this song with a fiddler, they won't want to play it in G. They'll want to play it in A. So how do we play it in A?
You use a fancy item called a capo.
Yeah.
Stick it on.
Yeah.
Here. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
So you,
Clamp it on, and you scoot it up 2 frets. You want to play an A out of G tuning.
and you tune this one up too.
That's true.
You
got
put a little spike on it or
little
tune it up.
spike.
So you want to move everything up 1 whole step or 2 half frets and be there to play with your fiddle player. So they'll like it in A. They won't be crazy about it in G.
They won't.
They'll like it playing in A. Mandolin players too. They like
That's
it in
true.
A. So,
They do.
good song there in A. Before we have a song from you though, we need to have our contest, and we're going to give away one of these Nashville Banjo hats. So excited about that. Our contest question this week. So that painting we saw earlier was, I forgot to mention the artist's name. His name is Robert Jenkins Underdonk. He was from Maryland, I believe, but he relocated to Texas, and he was famous. He became famous doing Western-themed paintings. He painted the Alamo, or the Battle of the Alamo, and several Texas Westerns themed kind of paintings. So he painted this one too, called Hunting the Buffalo. And what we're going to do is, oh, we got the picture up there again. We're going to have a contest, and the contest is, let's go back to me here. We're gonna have a contest, and it's a simple contest this week. The contest is, what animal is featured in that painting? That's all I could think of. So that's it. We'll just go from there. But let's have you sing a song while everybody really thinks hard about that question and sends in their answers, Miss Hannah. And the first one to get the right answer is going to win one of these hats. That's the best we could do this week.
Good luck
I ran
to
out
all
of
of you.
creativity. Tell us about the song you're going to sing.
Gosh, yeah. I wrote this song. I was part of a songwriting competition called Gems on VHS, and they do so much important work documenting roots music. And I can't remember what inspired me to write on the banjo, but it's one of the few songs I've written on the banjo.
Yeah.
And it was when I was still living in Washington State, but I knew I was supposed to move out here at the time. And I sat in my very rainy living room. It wasn't raining in my living room, but it was raining outside. And this all just sort of spilled right out. And I think it was sort of a reflection of knowing I was about to move. And sort of how that felt.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, share it with us.
Oh.
Do you know what song number this was?
No, I don't.
100 something.
Probably in the middle somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
Miss Katie Monroe, Shake Off the Dust.
1, 2, 3. Rain out my window. It's not unusual, but always feels cliche. Here in this limbo, I'll go where you go and stay where you stay. Doesn't matter where I go if you are with me. Doesn't matter what I do if you're perfect. I feel your love, the way the singing wind dances through the trees. I feel my soul rise up to you again like in a summer leaf. It doesn't matter where I go if you are with me. It doesn't matter what I do if you're perfect. So I'll shake off the dust, shake off the dust, shake off the dust and see. I'll shake off the dust, shake off the dust, shake off the dust and see. We ask for a man that tastes sweet and falls at our feet. But you are far better, and we could ask for more than we think we need. Doesn't matter where I go if you are with me. It doesn't matter what I do if you're perfect. It doesn't matter where I go, you are with me. So I'll shake off the dust, shake off the dust, shake off the dust and say, shake off this dust, shake off the dust, shake off the dust and
Very nice, Kate.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing.
Of course.
Thank you for sharing. Well, back to our painting, hunting buffalo. So, what was the animal in the painting, Katie?
A buffalo bay.
No. We actually have a winner, and it was Mr. Dan Hill answered the question correctly. It's not a buffalo. What is it, folks? It's a bison.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
let's
a
look at the picture up
fool.
here. So, yeah, you're a fool. You're a fool, Katie. So, the terms are used interchangeably, but when American settlers first came to
I'm ashamed of myself.
when settlers first came to America, they called it a buffalo because it looked like a buffalo. Buffaloes are indigenous to Asia and Africa, like a water buffalo. Buffalo, mine goes fast, yours goes slow. Yeah, so we have, so that's a buffalo. The one on the left is a bison. There's two main big differences. One, a bison has a big hump on its back, and it's got a big head. A buffalo has a little bitty cow head. So that's the differences there. And I didn't know this when I was doing the research, but there is a European bison. Lives in Europe.
Oh.
Hangs out at cafes and stuff. Yeah, but they have the European bison.
Wears a little beret, a little buffalo beret,
Bison beret.
a bison beret.
Yeah.
Eats bison croissant.
So now you know.
Croissant.
And congratulations on winning the contest. We'll get that hat shipped out to you as soon as I finish that purple banjo. It'll be on its way. So now you know. All right. So tomorrow I'm going to send you links for the lesson. I'll send you the links for the tab, a link for this video so you can watch it anytime you want and share it with all your friends. And I'll send you a copy of the tuning chart and any other fun things I think to include with it. And let me know. Send me a message. Let me know how you're doing with this learning, with the lessons. If you have any questions, I'll do my best to answer it. And let's send them home with a song. I think people liked your song. Yeah, I can hear them clapping over the Google right now. Katie, thank you for being here. I know you worked a hard day, and it's good to have you be with us. Let's send them home with one of our favorite tunes, Miss Julianne Johnson. How's this go? All right, 1, 2.